Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Taurus for the month of July. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. But if not, simply check back with me in the following week when I put out new messages for your sign. At the heart of this reading, we have the ailing king. So, the ailing king, sleeping beauty, ace of shields, and the eight of swords in reverse. Something feels very stormy. Something external that is burdening you, that has caused that storm. Something most likely you brought to an end, because although there is a candle in the window indicating that at one time you may have waited on a message, maybe you brought something to an end. The candle is no longer lit. Yet it stays in the window, which is a little odd. Perhaps because even though you've ended it, you still haven't let it go. You still dream of this person. You are unhappy with your reality and you are dreaming still of this person, yet you ended it. I keep going back to that. Ace of Shields, you see, you dream of another opportunity, but yet you ended it. Eight of Swords in the reverse. You ended it, but yet you cannot break free from it. In the reverse like this is something, it's like a standstill that has happened that you caused. Okay? You feel most likely that you cannot break free from that connection, even though you ended it, is what this is. You're grieving over missed opportunities. And you're going inside to try to find your answer. You're having a lot of dark thoughts. The chalices that lay turned over, these are lost chances. So maybe this is not the first time you ended it. Maybe you've ended it and went back, and ended it and went back for someone that is going to apply. And perhaps each time it's like you can't accept the loss, and so you go back. So you ended it. You ended it here. This is a card of regret. It's of looking back at the battle. And there's regret here too. But, see, you caused it. You brought about this ending. There's regret, but it feels like you had no choice. Or you felt you had no choice. You had to do it to defend what was yours or what you had left. Yeah. Or that you ended it because you felt that everything was against it and that it would never go anywhere. Why would you be feeling like that? Possibly because you uncovered a deception, or that there was a deception, and perhaps you were analyzing the deception which brought about the decision to end it. And the deception we're talking about here could have been a third party, because the Five of Coins, and I have the Devil also here in your reading. Third party energies. Third party here also. This is a relationship of convenience. Maybe you felt you couldn't work through that obstacle, or get over that obstacle, or remove that obstacle. Whether you were married, or they were married, or you both were married. Trying to gain clarity on something that has been troubling you, and here you go into the church for this clarity, and you pray, and you sit down in this church feeling defeated because you ended it, because you felt you had to, because it was going nowhere, but you still want it. And so this person sits down and they wait. There is help here for them, but they choose not to look at it. They prefer, perhaps they're waiting for somebody else to solve the problem. Maybe they're waiting on the other person to solve this problem. Yet this card would say that they would need to, if they're unhappy with their current, situation, then they should get up and take action. Yeah. Five of Coins. So this person looks over their kingdom, but in the back of their mind is this union. And in the back of their mind is wanting another chance. In the back of their mind is forgiveness, but I feel like I feel like they might feel that the other person will not forgive them because it ended badly. So this person may have tried to do it that way to get a clean break, so that it would just go away, so that the problem would be solved. But it isn't solved because they couldn't fix what was inside of them. That what they did didn't fix what was inside of them. It was risky. They brought it to an end. You see, the skull is on the heel of the boot. In front of the boot was that fragility. House of Cards. Something being too risky. Here we have the marriage card. So either one or both probably were married in this case. This person had to go inside to find answers to things that were hidden from them, or that they were refusing to see, And what were they refusing to see was this cup. The Grail cup. And the Grail cup is illusion. Like the devil. Illusion. Deception. They didn't want to see the deception. Or they didn't, or they were deceiving themselves, or they feel this way. Responsibility. So they took responsibility that's what they've been trying to do, take responsibility for what they caused, because it's all by their own hand, you know. The absolute fool. Self-deception. Blind. Led astray. Feeling deceived. But in effect, with Mimosan here, it's something that they didn't really want to see anyway. They kind of had to, you know, push that aside. Living in fantasy. And so now they could be feeling somewhat like a fool. They could be feeling bitter, resentful, with Moira here. Feeling powerless, really, in the face of destiny. They're in, most likely, a marriage that doesn't fulfill them. They love somebody else, but they refuse to leave this one. This is a relationship of convenience. Actually, so was the other. Except that the other person is the one they want. Okay? And they refuse to leave this one. Maybe for many reasons. Maybe for security. You know, I have the house and I have the Four of Wisdom. So maybe, yeah, finances, possibly. And so she is struggling with an internal choice, you know, and that choice is again showing over here in that Five of Coins, and it has to do with change. And if you're not happy with your current circumstances, then you must choose to change them, but you must choose to do so. Like you ended something that you didn't really want to end. Looking at the details, poring over the details, trying to get to the root of things. Sifting through emotions. Definitely wanting this person back, you know, but again, it's like they know if they continue with that, they're playing with fire. But the real issue is the marriage. They're not happy there. It doesn't fulfill them there, you see. It doesn't. Because they're like pretending to be happy when they're not. And so they ended it, hoping that it was going to transform things, that it was going to change everything and make everything better. But it didn't. Because the devil is still in the upright. They're still very much drawn to this person. And not just that. Not just that. I see another meeting with the devil. So this is far from over. In the hangman position here, it's where they are, and it's like they just feel like there's just no way out. They can't escape. They're suffering very deeply from that ending. They don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to change things. They made a sacrifice. They made a sacrifice for most likely the marriage, right? Family, whatever was involved here, security. So they made a sacrifice, and now they don't know how to get back what they lost. They made a sacrifice possibly for the benefit of something else. We have another encounter, a meeting that is coming involving the devil. It sits in your future. So this attachment, you may have ended the relationship, but it'll be back on its feet before you know it. It's not over. The real question is why it's occurring. And that, maybe there's something you're not seeing about this. Maybe you thought this was real and it wasn't. What in fact is true and what is false here? For that, you must go inside. You hold the answer to the question you ask. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to you.